here. Go ahead and take one of these. I found this on campus last week. This is a, oh, I should give one of this one. Thank you. This is a political review. So this is basically, this whole like little handout here is different problems and people telling us their opinions and their opinions of solutions to these different problems. I liked one in the middle. I think we're going to talk about one in the middle on page 3. It's called Bad Donations. Bad Donations. Okay? So, how many of you guys know those shoes? Have you heard of those shoes that are called Toms that are really popular right now? I've seen some students wearing them around here.
What is
Toms?
that?
It's a brand name for shoes.
No.
Have you seen them?
I know. I probably have it.
They're really popular right now. It's the trendy, popular thing for everybody to do, to buy Toms, because every time you buy a pair of Toms, they're really too expensive for the shoes that they are. But when you buy them, the company goes and donates shoes to a country that doesn't have enough money or enough shoes, kind of thing, right? Now here's the interesting thing. On this one, this article, Zach Christensen is the author, called Bad Donations. Do you see it? It's in the bottom over here, in the circle on the bottom. He takes the opinion that it's not the best idea for us to be donating those, okay? Let's go ahead and read this article together, and we'll read his problem. He gives us mostly a problem, and then he gives us a brief solution. And what we're going to do is we're going to work on writing our own solutions to the problem, okay? This is a little bit more academic. Do I have a volunteer for the first paragraph? To read the first paragraph out loud to us? Okay. Michelle, thank you.
Experts agree. Is that this one?
Yes, thank you.
Tom's shoes hurt poor people. Tom's is a trending company with a new idea for every pair of its shoes purchased in developed countries, and Tom's will send a free pair of developing one. Over the past few years, Tom has donated over 1 million pairs of shoes, but has also produced some terrible and unintended consequences. In trying to help, they are doing more harm than good.
Okay, so this is introducing the problem. He says that Tom's Shoes is donating, they're donating shoes, but they're actually causing some unintended or unexpected problems. Okay, let's read the next paragraph. Mario, do you want to read the next paragraph for us?
Yeah, to understand this conundrum, consider the old cliche. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. In other words, good development is sustainable. When Tom donates a pair of shoes, it's the equivalent of giving a fish to someone in a developing country. Okay, so maybe giving shoes isn't as good as giving, say, education, but it is really harmful.
Okay. Okay, good. So, have you guys heard that saying in there? He says the cliche or the saying.
Yes.
Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day,
Yeah, good, and
but if you teach him to fish, then what?
if they can feed them.
They can feed themselves after that. They can go catch their own fish. He says, okay, well, I understand that it's not like the greatest thing in the world to give a pair of shoes, but how could that be harmful? Now he's going to go on and tell us. Celeste, will you read the next paragraph?
The answer is usually yes. The problem is that most places already have skilled fishermen who will lose their livelihoods if you dump a bunch of free fish into the market. Similarly, when you give 1 million free shoes to a community, you put local shoe markets out of the shop. The sad irony is that the developing world shops are outsourced to American manufacturers. These unemployed shoe marketers are then unable to buy goods from other members of the community, depressing the local economy. This isn't just a theoretical possibility. This is a significant evidence showing that in-kind donations, frequently second-hand clothing and shoes dumped from rich countries, devastate local industries.
Okay, thank you. What is the problem here? Why is it causing problems that Tom Shoes is donating all these shoes to poor countries? What does he say that the problem is with that?
The shoes market.
They don't
But if they don't have money to buy a shoe,
Okay, so we might have a different opinion, right? This is good, this is fine. Opinions are good, okay? But his opinion is,
They're affecting local economy.
I'm affecting the local economy because I'm putting all the shoemakers out of business.
Yeah.
I'm giving everyone free shoes, now I have no job. I make shoes for people and now everyone has free shoes, now I'm poor. Do you see what he's saying the problem is? He's saying that that hurts the economy. Whether or not you agree, that's just fine. This is just for the article, for the activity, okay? Victoria, will you read the very last paragraph for us?
Sadly, this is just one of many ways that sincere people in wealthy countries have hurt the very people they intended to help. What are better ways to help developing countries? Give money, not goods, including second-hand clothing, to an organization you trust. Good organizations build up local knowledge and local industries. Good organizations never stop asking if they are doing more harm than good. And neither should good consumers, regardless of how cool a product may look.
Okay, thank you. He's talking about how cool a product looks. Everyone thinks that Tom Shoes are so cool. You guys will start to notice them now. I wish I had some I could show you, but I'm too poor to buy them. Okay, so what is his proposed solution in this last paragraph where it gives us his thesis?
he said about give money.
Give money, and give money to what?
To a trustable organization.
To a trustworthy organization, okay? Because these organizations are better situated to help than you just going and giving money to someone that may not use it wisely. Okay, so that's his thesis statement. This is long, but this could be like an introduction paragraph and then a thesis at the end. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come up with some solutions for this. Okay, well, not some solutions. I guess we have our solution. And you guys, if you want to think of a completely different solution than what he proposed, that's fine. Or you can just go ahead and stick with this one just for the activity, to just think of a way to support this, alright? So what are the different parts? He gives us a good introduction already. That doesn't work.
Oh, you forgot a pen.
There's another number here. Pull out this paper and let's list out all the different parts. This blue paper. List the different parts that we're gonna need. Oh, that doesn't work either. He gives us a good introduction that has a good hook. It has a good thesis. Okay? If we were to outline the rest of it, what else do we need? What's the next thing that you would put in this if this were a paper?
The cost and the cost of the problem.
Okay, good. That's a good detail that you'd want to include. How can we, just more general, what's the next part on here? After the introduction,
Describe the solution.
we're just gonna describe it. Okay? Can you guys see this at all? Sorry if you can't see very well. We'll describe the solution after that. We'll tell you more about it. We might tell you some good organizations you could donate to, or something like that, okay? And then after that, what's the next thing you do?
Give the reason.
Yeah, they call it discuss. This is no good. But we're discussing, we're giving the different reasons why my solution is the best solution. I've just told you all the steps, I've just described my solution, now I'm going to support it. My own support, my own details, and support from other people, right? You can find different sources in these parts, okay? And then from there you go ahead and make your conclusion. Conclusion. Okay. So you get the idea, right? What I want you guys to do is I want you to pull out a piece of paper and I want you to make an outline, something like this. So go ahead and pull out a piece of paper and you will decide. Okay, we already have an introduction, we have a hook and a thesis. I want you guys to tell me more description now. Tell me about this solution. What are some detailed steps you could do? You don't have to write a whole paragraph. We're just doing an outlining activity. So just write some little bullet points, like I did up here. These are bullet points. You can just do little bullet points that tell me different descriptions about this. And then you can give me some more bullet points, discuss it, and tell me the reasons why it's the best solution. Then make a conclusion, okay?